Okay, this was not the forecast we were expecting when we made the plan to visit my parents and cut cedar. It was drizzling, we're soaked, we're cold, but we're done.
Even close properly. Okay, the weather today, this is amazing, amazing weather for the middle of November. I don't know what is happening, but yeah, I cannot complain. I'm just laughing because this should have been the day that we went and cut cedar. We picked like a miserable day. At least it wasn't too cold, but I wasn't expecting, based on the forecast, for it to be drizzly slash kind of raining the whole time we were cutting. We had looked at our calendars, and it was a day that worked because I always go to my parents to get cedar. I don't have enough trees here to get all the cedar I want for my wreaths. So my daughter was coming along, so we planned it ahead, and the forecast looked like it was going to be okay. But yeah, it was wet. We were trying to knock down the water. Otherwise it just felt like you were getting dripped on and rained on every time you made a cut, because it was just, everything was so wet. But we filled the van. I'm super thankful that my daughter came along because it made the job go that much faster. It actually didn't take that long. And then, yeah, one of the other benefits of driving down there is that I can visit my parents to have tea and lunch with them. So it was fun to see them and see what Dad was working on. My dad, he just loves trees. He's planted so many trees through the years. It's like they're living almost in a little bit of a forest now. The trees are huge. But he has like this whole windbreak row of cedar along his house, and he actually has more cedar on the other side of his property. So he just lets me cut whatever I want. I think he doesn't mind, but so there's just lots of cedar there. What was cool, on the other side of the row of cedar was a whole field of cover crop of oats and tillage radish. They're both in the mix of cover crop that I've been planting over the last couple of years. So that was kind of neat to see it on a larger scale. But yeah, so lots of cedar cut. I'm now working on getting the rose hips. I love a little bit of red in my wreaths, and the rose hips look like they had a good year. I think they like probably the little bit of more moisture we had this year. I don't know what variety this is. They don't produce anything amazing in terms of roses, just little white flowers, but in behind come the rose hips that are red at this time of the year, and they're awesome to use in the wreaths and in centerpieces that I make. I don't know if you can hear, it's actually, I think it's slowing down, but there's this trickle in the background when I'm working in the garage, it's water sound. But that's because it's been raining outside, and my cistern is quite empty. I'm standing on top of the cistern here, so the water is the rainwater trickling into my cistern. It's also the reason why I'm finally getting going on my wreaths, because it's been raining, misting the last couple days. I think the last couple days, and it's actually cold out there now too. But the weather at the beginning of the week was just beautiful, and so I kept getting distracted, finding things to work on outside, things to clean up and move around, and my whole goal this week was just to focus on wreaths. I thought if I just focus on one thing, I would get going on these. But every year I have a struggle starting and getting in the groove of wreath making. So yesterday was a good day. I got a decent amount made yesterday, and today I'm going to make a lot. And I definitely won't be going outside with all the crappy weather. But I did at the beginning of the week, got all the cedar unloaded. I was really happy with. I used more tarps this year, which was great. I was able to pull it out of the van a lot easier. So that was good. I also last week picked up, I like using, these are magnolia leaves in my wreaths, but I can't grow them. I don't think they grow in Canada. So there's a local wholesaler just down the road. So I picked up magnolia leaves and some other greenery too that I don't have. Like this is silver fir that I just stuck in here. I love silver fir, and fir doesn't drop its needles, so it's a little bit nicer. I had blue spruce, but blue spruce can be kind of messy in a wreath. And I found this year, I cut some of this eucalyptus that I have. I didn't use it a lot in my bouquets, but it's been growing quite well this fall, and so I thought I'd stick it in my wreaths, and I really like the look of it with the fir. So I hope my customers do too. So yeah, I had all the ingredients ready to go at the beginning of the week. I just didn't have me ready to go. But yeah, definitely now the pressure's on to get cracking. I had already delivered some wreaths. I have to bring a bunch away tonight. And then I want to have a decent amount for market next week. Yeah, so that's just a week away. And I have to get other things done too in preparation for market. So no more getting distracted here. So I'm going to sign off for the week. I'm going to keep plugging away at this, but thanks for hanging out with me again. And hopefully next week, if I can get everything edited in time, I can take you along to the Christmas market. So see you next time.